There's never been a better time for you to buy or sell a classic car because the market's in a very interesting place at the moment. But you might be wondering, how do I do it? How do I go to an auction, sell at an auction? Toby, it's easier than you think, isn't it?
It is. It's really easy, Paul. All you need to do, really, as far as we're concerned, give us a ring, email us. There's a form on the website, 2 different forms you can fill in, put the details of your car, your details, and we'll come back to you as soon as we can and let you know what it'll make, really.
And this is what happens after that. So I've been on the website, I've realised you're a fine bunch of folks.
Good.
What happens now?
So once you've been on the website, you've told us what you might have, what you're thinking about selling, you've filled in all your details, then one of us will ring you back, one of our specialists, James, Dave, Stuart, me even, will get in touch with you, let you know what we think it would fetch at auction, which auction is best for you. There's always something around the corner. And explain the terms, the charges, when you get paid.
That's the important part.
And go from there.
And what happens if it's stuck in a barn or a shed and it hasn't seen the light of day for 20 years? That's actually the most exciting part.
It is the exciting part. And it's great to get footage of that happening as well at the time. So if it is stuck, it looks a bit of a challenge. Unfortunately, someone might have passed away or something like that, or it's part of an estate, the solicitor's dealing with it. Then we can go there. We have hauliers and people who can deal with that sort of thing and go in, and I've not known one vehicle not to be picked up in my life. One way or another, we will recover it for you. So we're very experienced on that.
So there you go, it's as easy as that. So you've come to the house, you've extricated my wonderful Project Morgan. What happens now? Who's going to clean it? Who's going to list it? Who's going to photograph it?
Yeah, so we've recovered your car. We've got it to us. One of our specialists will then photograph it, video it, driving or not driving. In this case, probably not. And Jack, our wonderful Jack, will be clean the car off for you, and make sure it's ready for the photos, ready to be displayed in here for the view days further down the line.
And in your great experience, do you think it's better? I mean, here's a car that probably, without a massive amount of work, could possibly be road legal. Mm-hmm. If you feel that the vendor can get the car to road legal status without too much work or money, do you help them to do that as well?
Yes, we certainly can. Yeah, and only some of them are in this sort of condition. Obviously, a lot of them are perfectly legal to drive, run, and so on. So some of them don't need the work. But yes, we can advise on that. We've got people we can recommend locally as well, mechanics and so on and so forth, that can help with that. So no, nothing is a problem.
So the vehicle's here, ready for sale. What happens now?
So now one of our consigners will be dealing with you personally. It's very much a personal service. And then we'll go through all the paperwork for the vehicle, take 40, 50 photographs of the vehicle, a video, and put a description together of 200, 300, 500 words or so. Really informative, because obviously not everyone can come and view them in person. So really important to get those descriptions right. And then that's passed by you, the vendor, to check everything's okay.
So you've got your magnificent description, your photographs, but what happens now, I think, is the real salesmanship. Mm-hmm. This is when the real potential customers ring in or pop in with all the questions that maybe none of us have thought of.
Yeah, absolutely. So the description, all the photos are uploaded onto our website, also various other websites as well. And then we receive the phone calls, the inquiries, the emails, and go from there. But inevitably, there are questions that we've never thought about, including in the description.
We've had one today. Will my go-kart fit in the back of a hearse? Like, who would put that in a description?
No, exactly. We didn't think that. Some people use them as campers, though, which is a bit,
Yeah, good night's sleep.
Yeah, you would. It sort of makes sense. But yeah, so we will. So we'll answer all those inquiries. And but that is the point. That is the time when people obviously want to come and have a look at the vehicles in person. And although we have those official view days just before the sale, people are on holiday, people are at work, people can't necessarily make it. So if people want to make an appointment to come and have a look at the Mercedes or whatever it might be, then they're welcome to do so. Sign in, and we'll happily show you the car, start the car, and try and sell you the car. And
whenever you can, you drive them, don't you? You've got this massive yard out the back, so if the car is drivable, you have a little kind of spin through the gears just to make sure it stops and runs.
We do, and we make sure we include that in the description, not only the video itself, but but actually say that it started, it's run, it goes through the gears, unless of course it doesn't, in which case we probably won't take a video at all because it doesn't run. But there aren't many. Most of us have a pretty good mechanical mind on us as well, so if we need to get something going, we should be able to get it going.
And that gets us ready for sales day.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does.
It's sales week, the week we're all excited about. From a vendor's perspective, what happens now?
So what happens now? The car is shown on view with probably 100, 150 other vehicles or so, maybe even more, and presented, as you can see behind us now, really.
And you'll give them a detail and a clean and present them in their best light. We
will. We've got a team of valeters who come in prior to the sale. Your car's already been cleaned by us for photographs and videos and so on. But then we have a team of valeters that come in for a small charge that will give your car a proper once-over before the viewing for the general public.
And I think it's worth saying, if you are considering selling any vehicle, it's always worth spending a little bit of money to prepare it and obviously put it in its best Sunday best.
Yeah, 20,
and you'll
30,
get a little bit more money.
Yeah, 20, 30, 40 quid will make it worth 150 quid more.
Yeah, so, you always get your money back, don't you?
Or more, so yeah.
So people have seen it, people are ready to bid. When and how do they bid? And as a vendor, how can you see that activity happening?
Yeah, so our auctions, the bidding itself takes place online through brightwells.com. You can view your car anytime you like on the website, but the bidding itself will start on the Saturday prior to the sale week. So there'll be 5 whole days when people will be able to bid on your car. So the bidding will start on Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning, go on through Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then finish on the Wednesday. So many people have an opportunity to bid on your car. There is a timer, it's very clear, that says when the bidding finishes.
So it's sales day, one of 3 things can happen. One, very rare here, doesn't sell at all. Mm-hmm. Number 2, a provisional sale.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So a provisional sale is when your car hasn't quite met the reserve. So your reserve, let's say, is £20,000. The bidding, you may have been watching it and it got up to £14,000 or £15,000 or so. In that case, it will be sold provisionally to whoever that high bidder is. That high bidder is bound to that at that point, and they are told if your bid is accepted by the vendor, they've bought it. But first, of course, we need to get in touch with you, the vendor, and ask you whether it's acceptable or whether you'd like us to try and increase that bid from the bidder, which we will happily do so, obviously. Because
often there's a little bit of haggling to be done there, isn't it? If they're at 15 and you wanted 20, sometimes you can meet in the middle.
Absolutely right. So it's got to 15. You originally wanted 20 for your car. 15 is still too low for you. So we'll go back to the bidder and say, it wasn't quite the reserve, £20,000, but would you be prepared to meet halfway, increase your offer? And 8, 9 out of 10 times out of 10, you usually get a deal put together one way.
There's always a happy medium, isn't there?
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you've put your car in because you want to sell it.
Yeah.
It's not undersell it, but you do want to sell it.
And then the third situation is, of course, it's sold either for the amount of money you wanted or sometimes more than you wanted, which is always a lovely situation.
Always good.
So what happens then? And when am I getting my money and how much of it do you want?
Most important thing in the whole auction process. And yes, straight after the sale, if it's reached the reserve, we will send you a result after the auction, just confirming how much it made. We will, generally speaking, pay you out, the vendor, 2 weeks after the auction, so not long to wait.
Because I guess you've got to get your money from the buyer in first.
But we have got to get the money from the buyer first,
Yep.
which we normally get within those 2 weeks. Every so often, someone's delayed a bit, they've gone on a holiday, but in that case, we will ring you and say, right, payment might be delayed by a few days or whatever, but eventually the money will come in, no problem. And how much we will charge, you asked that.
Yes,
so
it's important.
It is very important. We charge, for all that service, we charge just a 5% plus VAT charge. VAT is obviously just on the charge. But
that's it.
And that's it. If you want us to do that little extra, like the valeting we talked about earlier, we can do that for another £20 or £60, depending on what sort of level of service you want. But that is it.
And in the highly unlikely event it doesn't sell at all, and of course you'll advise the best price and the best condition and all that kind of stuff, what happens then? Can I have my vehicle back?
Yes, so if it doesn't sell at all, no deal's made, you're very welcome to have your vehicle back, or alternatively, we can try it again in another sale.
Because that sometimes does happen, doesn't it? Just because it didn't sell in this sale doesn't mean a whole new set of buyers,
Yeah.
a whole new month, and maybe even warmer or nicer weather.
Yeah.
People don't look at it completely differently.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. There are I think, I don't know, half a dozen or so cars in this auction here that didn't sell and have been re-entered into this sale. I think we've had more inquiries on those 6 vehicles, at least twice as many inquiries than the last time they were offered.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just the way of the world or the weather or something.
Exactly, that's who's in the room and whether
Yeah.
the sun's shining or not.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Watching? Yep.
It's as easy as that. So if you're thinking about doing it as a vendor, it is that straightforward. It's really very little or no risk to you, because if it doesn't happen, you can just have your vehicle back. And if it isn't the price you want, there's always a discussion. Simple as that, isn't it?
And it's very personal. So one of our team will be looking after you personally. So we're very into looking after our clients.
And where do they go?
Brightwells.com.
Simple as that. I'll see you at the next sale.